Hi everyone! This video is about expressing each students of Group 5 of IT1M1 stand about the scene which is related about LGBT rights. And the scene we've been assigned is scene number 5. But first, let me tell you the content of the scenario. One of your teachers or mentors whom you know quite well is talking about sexuality or gender in class. When the discussion goes quiet, they turn to one student who is out as gay on campus and ask if that student has anything additional to add. This makes you feel really uncomfortable. What will you do? Now, before we proceed, I want you to jot down and listen carefully in order to get information related to the topic. And here are the answers of the group if we were to experience on the given scenario.
I want to ask all of you, why do we need to point out him? Even our topic is about sexuality or gender. All of us are involved within the topic because it's about the awareness of us within sexuality or gender. Pointing out someone is like judging others with disrespecting their true self. And within that, I disregard that because I believe within a song, it says here that being gay is much more manlier than a true man.
I should say to my teacher that he does not need to find a person to make an example just because of his sexual orientation. Because by doing that, somehow it can take a form of victimization or harassment. Rather, he should not use student as an example, or he better use an example without a name or pointing someone. Just use boy or girl. Also, he is not sure if the student is sensitive in the topic, so teacher must careful.
I will feel uncomfortable because I think that something is not right inside the classroom. However, when that happens, I will look at my gay classmate and cheer him up to encourage him to express what he really feels about the topic, especially his opinions about sexuality. Because his thoughts and opinions about the topic really matters, it is a way to enlighten the people inside the classroom. Moreover, for them to have knowledge and be sensitive about gender discrimination. Thank you.
Being a gay or being a part of LGBT community is not a sin because it's their only way to show what they really feel about themselves. All people has a free will to do what they want to do and have the right to be treated fairly. We need to treat every people in this world fairly because we are all equally created by God. No one has a right to judge each personality of us.
I have nothing more to add. I just want to explain my thoughts and opinions about these conversations. I do not take sides or being biased. First of all, I do not have right to tamper with someone with his or her gender issues. It's up to that person if he or she changes his or her personality because that was the way they want, and we don't need to make them uncomfortable or being discriminated by those simple changes. We as humans need to treat each other as one, like having equality and peace from both sides. So let them be happy and let us show that they are welcome in our society. Let's just be practical. If he or she changes his or her personality, they are still humans.
If the professor asked me something about being gay, I'd answer by saying what's wrong with being gay. Gays suffer many discrimination from the past up until now. Only few people accept gay and LGBT community. I want to ask those people why they treated being gay as a sin, and why do they accept them not by the gender, but as a human person that also has emotion and feelings.
All students are at risk of being bullied, harassed, or called names at school. But LGBT students face particularly hostile school environments. Your visible support for these students can make a real difference in ways that will benefit the whole school. Now, based on the scenario, when the discussion becomes quiet, the whole class turns on or looks at the student who is known to be gay, and where the teacher asks if he or she has anything additional to add, it says, "What will I do?" To come out is to take a risk by sharing one's identity, especially for that particular student who comes out in a public setting, which is at the campus. The actual act of coming out can be as simple as saying I'm gay, but it can be difficult and emotional process for an LGBT student to go through, which is why it is so important for a student to have the support. Based on the scene, I know the teacher really well. By that, I have the ability to work with the teacher to advocate LGBT rights on the campus, and also be a role model to others by means of using the appropriate terms such as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or LGBT, and correct people when you hear the incorrect or derogatory language. When teachers are accepting of you, it means the world to you. You know that things will be okay and that they are there for you. By this quote, it makes me believe that teachers have a great influence by accepting one's individuality, whether who you are or what you are.